It's a wild one, all over the place, every market. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update for Monday, December the 7th. Today's update is brought to you by our new partners at Family Farms, who we continue to help educate farmers and hope to get back on the road and actually see some people face to face. But in the meantime, we're stuck with it. We're stuck with the lockdown, and that'll continue until it doesn't. And of course, markets opened much lower on the overnight markets, and then suddenly we saw some turnaround. We saw the Dow get back close to positive. Now it's down about 150. The S&P get positive on the day. Now let's lower about 6 or 7 points. And the Russell also get positive, which is now down about 30. But the NASDAQ is up about 70. So there you go. In the meantime, we are long across the board. And again, that will not change today. The metals are, wow, what an interesting day. Lower last night and lower, and an attempted rally failed, and now they're exploding to the upside. But the two were short. Silver and gold have turned around and gone parabolic up. Gold up about $25, silver up about 50 cents. And the one we're long is under pressure, down about $20. It was down almost 40. So a little bit of an ugly little trade there right now. Now, the gold and silver are getting closer to that point that we might have to go ahead and reverse. We'll see where the day ends. Again, we don't react intraday because, again, we're not worried about the emotions that are happening. We're only watching price, which is what the algorithm does. The nat gas is a little bit lower. Copper is a little bit lower. Crude is lower. The dollar is lower. So we're seeing, again, some pressure. And, of course, we're on the right side of those markets. But again, at the end of the day, like I said, it's just simply a matter of following the price action. Bonds and notes are higher. We're long both of those. They were open much lower. Again, the illiquid, wild conditions are more a cause of all this than anything else. The shutting out of the small traders is, again, more of a problem of all this. And, of course, the grain markets are starting to become a concern. Now, we are short wheat, which is lower, but corn and beans are getting to those levels now of some concern. And, you know, it's unfortunate that it's happening in such crappy conditions. But, again, the price doesn't know that the conditions are crappy. Price is price. So we'll see where we go from here. We are still long, of course. And the meats are slightly lower across the board, and we are, short fat cattle, long feeders, and long hogs. But again, everything is in this state of funk of I don't know what the hell to do. Okay. In the meantime, in the softs, the last I checked, cotton was a little bit lower, OJ was a little bit higher, coffee was flattish to lower. Sugar was flat to lower, and cocoa was under a little bit of pressure, and we're still long across the board. So it's a mediocre start to another new week of December, but that's what it is, and you can't fight. You can't dictate to the markets. You can only, again, follow the price action, which is all we're going to do. So we will continue, and we'll see what it looks like. In the meantime, again, I urge you to be cautious and very patient here. If you're trying to day trade this market, it is a challenge. It is thin. It is making moves in fast and quick in directions and then stopping. So I would be very careful in here either way. These illiquid conditions are brutal, and that's the way that I would look at it. In the meantime, we offered yesterday on Bubba's Bottom Line. We'll offer it again today. Last week's edition of Technomental, the commodity report written by Andy Hecht. It's a phenomenal report, so if you'd like to take a look at it and see what you're getting, excuse me, we'll be happy to send you last week's copy. You can check it out. And in the meantime, don't forget about our brokerage partners. Now, I do have other brokers for both futures and equities, but in the futures and commodities space, we use CTG Group. They are by far, in my opinion, the best at customer service, the best at taking care of the customer, the best at taking care of our members, and they do most of my accounts as well personally. They've got a couple of great new managed futures products you might want to check out. So CTG, and of course for equities and options, there's nothing like Tradier. The first part is $10 a month. What can I tell you? You'll save a fortune. But also now that we have just about finished the total automation, everything, if you choose and you go with Tradier, you'll have the opportunity to have your account fully automatically traded by our systems, by our methods, by the signals, and not have to touch it yourself. And of course, that's always a big benefit, especially if you're working or you don't want to miss something. So at the end of the day, CTG for futures and commodities, Tradier for equities and options. And of course, don't forget about our high school program at Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. That's patreon.com/Bubba Trading. And well, we got Monday night, doubleheader Monday Night Football. Last night, again, we had no real action, so it was no big deal. Tonight, we do like a parlay, okay, of the Pittsburgh Steelers -6.5 with the Buffalo Bills minus or +1, depending on where you get it and what time you do it. In the meantime, like those enough to put them together. And to all of you, have a great day. And again, just be careful, be cautious. It's a tough one. And this lack of liquidity is murder. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you back here again tomorrow with another Bubba's Daily Update.